Hey guys, SuperCoach God here, and today we are looking at 10 must-haves for SuperCoach 2024. So, before we get into it, chuck a sub means a lot. Like the video, comment, also comment if you want me to make just another YouTube channel on top of this, which is just like general footy content, not SuperCoach related, just like talking about footy. I don't know what happened over the weekend after a game, a bit of preseason stuff. If you want to see that stuff, just tell me in the comments. If this video gets 30 likes, then I'll make it. I'll make another channel. It's more footy related stuff. Anyway, 10 must-haves. So we're on the ownership percentage here, and I'll give you my top 10 must-haves. See, my team is very this means you've picked them in your team. The white ones here mean you don't have them. So as you can see, I've picked most of the highly owned players for now, but that's every year. Everyone does that every year. But then there's also like Tom Stewart, Bond didn't pick, Took didn't pick. Nick Watson haven't picked, Toby Pink, Dersma. Anyway, so I'll give you my top 10 must-haves for SuperCoach 2024. Number 10. James Sicily. Sorry, I couldn't find him. I didn't know he was this low owned, but he is my 10th biggest must-have for SuperCoach 2024. Reason being, if we go into his stats, it's quite ridiculous what the type of games he had last year. Have a look. We had 3 games over 166, and then he had about 5 games over the 130 mark on top of that. So he had crazy averages. Ridiculous averages throughout the year for a backman. And his averages kept going up throughout the year because he had a couple of bad games, but oh well. And then he also got suspended for a few, which is why he's number 10. He'd be higher, but the suspensions are... That's why he's number 10. But yeah, anyway. Number 9, Sam Flanders. Now, it's weird because we're going down the list here, but of most owned, but these are my top 10 must-haves. So this is my opinion, by the way. You don't have to agree, but yeah, if you just want to hear what I have to say, then perfect. Sam Flanders. Now, this is ridiculous. We've got him for a bargain, in my opinion. I think he'll get up to about a 550 K mark, 600, and that'll be perfect. So his last 9 weeks, 10 weeks, he had an average of... So he had an average of 88, but if we remove those games, so how many games was this? So we had, let's just get the calculator out. Sorry, it's going to be a bit of a long video, guys. Calculator, we got 100 plus 119 plus 96. Sorry, I should have done this research beforehand. It's been super busy. Anyway, point is, very good at 10 round average back end of the year. Divide that by 10. So 106.1 in the last 10 weeks of the year. And he got to change roles, so he was playing as predominantly a midfielder. But yeah, I mean, I think Sam Flanders is a must-have over Sicily, but not over the rest of these players I'm about to name. So, number 8, we've got Max Gawn. Now, I don't think Max Gawn is an 100% must-have, but he's 8th on my list. So, he'll be higher on other people's lists, but Max Gawn, without Grundy, was averaging... I need to find somewhere where it says without Grundy. Anyway, the thing is he can get an injury, and it's very common for him to get a little injury at the start of the year, and then everyone jumps off him, and then he just goes bang. But last year he didn't. But that is because Grundy played in 17 games or something. So Max Gawn last year had an average of... Well, why? This bloody thing's annoying. Had an average of... Wait on. Oh, here we go. He had an average of 104.5, but. He also had a 0. He got a 65 in round 24. That's pretty poor. But if we look at like 2022, like 113, this is without, and there's a few injury games in here too, I think. So there's 70, 74 round 23, 2021. It's pretty flawless in 2021. 120 average. See, I think he can get back to that 115 average. And if he does, I'm happy with him as a starting pick, especially at that 583k mark. But even then, I think he might even average 120. Because no one's taking his, what's it called? Ruck roll. So that's my 8th must-have. Now, the reason he was 8th, by the way, is because Sherry is also a lot of people are picking Sherry, so. But yeah, anyway, number 7. Number 7 in the must-haves is my man, Nicholas Daicos. Now, he is low. I understand that. I understand that Nick Daicos is low. Anyway, this is my team if anyone want to have a look. I understand that he probably would be the number 1 must-have player, but he's at 7. And I'll tell you why. This buy, this first buy, that is just the most annoying thing in the world. I wish they could just show me the damn buys. But yeah, anyway, he's got he's playing opening round. So normally opening round players are very, they're very they're not going to get as many points at the end of the year. But Nick Daicos is going to average about 175. So I'm not even putting it into contention. He'll play one less game. Who cares? Like, he's elite. He's probably going to make money. And if there's a point where he has a little downfall, like, seriously, like, he's going to do way better than Stewart anyway. Tom Stewart, I don't think Tom Stewart's going to be good in this new midfield role. I don't know if he's still playing midfield. I don't know. News. Yeah, I don't know, but if he is playing midfield, there's no way I'm picking him. The number 6 must-have, I think it has to be By the way, ignore Finn McRae in my forward line. I don't know what the hell's going on there. I think he's going to play, but I don't know. Number 6 must-have is Harley Reid. So Harley Reid, I don't really have much to say about this kid, except he was the number 1 draft pick, and he's meant to be the next Dusty. If he's meant to be the next Dusty, I have worrying signs. Worrying signs. I don't think Dusty averaged that well in his first year. Oh, he did. Oh. Dusty in 2010 averaged 77.9. That is a good result for a number 1 draft pick. That's all right. We take that if Harley Reid gets that. Yeah, I take back what I said. Sorry, this is the worst orchestrated video. And he averaged 100 in his second year. The hell? Anyway. Yeah, Harley Reid is a must-have, whether you like it or not. Yeah, I don't even have to talk anymore on this. Number 5, in my opinion, Jordan Dawson. Now, you can argue with me, or Laird's going to average more. Matt Crouch is going to steal points off him. I don't think so. This guy is a genuine gun, and he really has a bad game. 78 was his lowest score. He had 289s and a 92. Jordan Dawson is ridiculous, and I don't know, was he in my starting team last year? I don't think so, but I got him in straight away. His first few fixtures are all right. He kills Freo, so that's always good. But yeah, I mean, Dawson, I think he'll average around what he did last year, maybe even more. So he had an average of, what was it, 116, yeah. So an average of 116. I think he'll get around that mark, and if he does, you should be starting him. He could even average 118, 120. But I think 116 is minimum for Jordan Dawson this year. Next we got Zak. Sorry, I didn't write these down, so I've forgotten completely. So he was 5. Dawson was 5. 4. This is the worst orchestrated video I've ever done. 4 in my must-haves is Hayden Young. So Hayden Young, last year, he played a bit of midfield at the end of the year. And look what happened here. CBAs went up, scores went up. So a lot of people started him last year. Would have been happy to see that 137 when they started him. I think George only started at one point, and even I might have nearly started him. I don't know, but he got then he followed that up with a 50, and everyone jumped ship. So you got a 123, a 118, a 113, or a 111 as a midfielder. He's 525k. Very good signs. Very good signs. Do you have to pick him? No. No, you don't have to, but you need to find a substitute. You can't start Daicos, Sicily, and Stewart. You need to find a substitute. I saw a funny comment today. Oh my God. Someone wrote. I was looking back on the Discord and searching up if anyone had mentioned me. Someone said that I get Ridley 5 times a year with this 40 trade limit. So, but Jordan Ridley, if you're not going to go young, Ridley's a good shout. He was very good when he wasn't injured. Especially from round 10 onwards, and we got most of that, I believe. I don't know, but I believe so. But anyway, next we do Young. So Young, more midfield time. He's going to be a midfielder. Blah blah blah. Get him. Number 4. So that was number 4. Number 3. I might get hate for this. I don't know. I think number 3, Sam Walsh. I think Sam Walsh is the biggest must-have of all time. This man's ridiculous. The fact that he's 576k is the biggest bargain after the final series he just had. I need to get this man in, and there's no way I'm not starting with him. How did he go last year? Average around the 103 mark. Got injured a lot though. Full pre-season, I believe. Get him in. Get Sam Walsh in. Put him in your side. I'm not taking no for an answer. Number 2. The second biggest must-have of SuperCoach 2024. Zak Butters. Zak Butters. So, Zak Butters last year averaged, he had a cracking end of the year to make him average 114. He'll average more. He'll average 118 this year. Mark my words. This guy, he may have the off game, but he'll follow it up with a 150. So why do you? It doesn't matter. Port have a okay fixture. I wouldn't pick Rose this year. Only because I think Butters is that player they're trying to build around now. And Rose is also 600k. So Rosie was good last year. Steer clear of him this year, I reckon. And the number 1 biggest must-have of SuperCoach 2024 is Grundy. I don't know how to explain this. I don't know how. I don't think it needs explanation. Grundy as a solo ruck is extremely good. Extremely. This is him with Gawn. This is him without Gawn. And then just didn't play. Like, he had 3 weeks, I think, without Gawn, 3 or 4. Might have got an 80 without him as well. But he was... A lot of people got him in, and it was probably not the right decision from memory. He did make a quick 80k. I remember a lot of people thinking, quick 80k, get Gawn out, get Grundy, quick 80k, get English. Also, it was something like that. Like, get a quick 100k. And it worked. But it also wasted a trade. I think a lot of people were in strife because of it. Anyway, Grundy, solo ruck. This man can average 120. He could be R1 this year. I'm joking. English can be R1 as well, by the way. Don't count him off, but he's just too expensive. Gawn can be R1. Maybe Sherry can be R1. We don't know, but Grundy, Wits even. Wits? Who's that guy who killed me last year as well? The GWS player? I don't know. Anyway, Grundy, lock him in. The number 1 biggest must-have for SuperCoach 2024. In my opinion. Anyway, hope you'll have a good one. The reason some of these players on my team weren't big must-haves is because they're an opening round, and also because some of them are just too cheap to even bother putting them in a top 10 list. But I thought the number 1 draft pick was worth a mention. Anyway, hope you have a good one. You probably don't agree with my list. Doesn't matter if you do or don't. Tell me your list in the comments. Remember to subscribe. Have a good one. Cheers. I'll be posting another video tomorrow. Bang.